I'm Nathan Gonzales with Inside Elections. Every state has one person in charge. We call them governors. That person tends to be pretty powerful. But you wouldn't really know it based on the lack of attention those governors receive in Washington. Washington is a city where we're obsessed with the White House and Congress. But governors are not completely disconnected from what's happening in Washington, D.C. This cycle is a huge cycle for governors' races around the country. 38 states will elect a governor over the next 2 years, including 9 of the 10 largest states. Governors are important because they not only can have an impact on policy, but they also can have an impact on redistricting, which could affect which party controls the House of Representatives for the next decade. In 35 states, the governor has a role in the redistricting process with the power of a veto over new congressional maps. 28 governors elected this cycle will be presiding over the map drawing that will take place before the 2022 elections. Even though it's early, Democrats have some early opportunities to gain governorships, including this year in New Jersey, where Governor Chris Christie is not running for re-election, and next year, opportunities in Maine, New Mexico, and Illinois. If you listen to Democrats, they believe that they have a lot to gain during the next redistricting process. They believe that if fair maps were drawn that aligned more closely with the presidential results in each state, that the Democratic Party could stand to gain 44 House seats. Democrats are focused on a few states where Republicans were able to draw maps previously in order to gain a partisan advantage. Democrats are focused on gaining the governorships in Wisconsin, Florida, Ohio, and Michigan, as well as retaining the governorships of Virginia and Pennsylvania to ensure that the party has more opportunities to gain House seats over the next decade. The large number of governorships also impacts the number of House open seats. Already at this point in the cycle, there are a number of members of the House trying to move up the political ladder, such as Congresswoman Michelle Lujan Grisham of New Mexico, Ed Perlmutter of Colorado, Tim Walz of Minnesota, Jim Renacci of Ohio, Kristi Noem of South Dakota. Some of them are leaving behind safe seats that aren't at risk for the other party to take over. Others, such as Walz in Minnesota, is leaving behind a district that Donald Trump carried in the 2016 election and is ripe for a Republican takeover. This cycle of governor's races is critical for the fight for the House in the next decade. Democrats are eager to rebound from a shocking 2016 election, but winning as many governorships as possible might be the best way to regain some footing for the party in the short term and lay a foundation for the party in the long term.